Hey everyone, this is Syntax, and welcome to the Syntax Escape Room 3 tutorial / guide. I'm actually going to show where all the hints are in the rooms before I show the solution. So if you couldn't find a hint and you see the hint through this video, maybe you can try the solution for yourself. But let's go ahead and just jump right in. I'm aware that there might be bugs, so if you can't interact with something that you see on this video, or like something won't let you press something, just restart the map. And if it still doesn't work, just be sure to DM me on Instagram. So let's just jump right into it. I'm not going to read all the text that pops up, because I guess that's for you guys to do. But it basically just says there's hints in every room, they can be anywhere, and good luck. So, in the lobby, where are the hints and how do we do it? Their first hint is actually under the table, and it says jump stamina is your friend. So there are two hints, and the second hint is in the vent. We're just going to jump up here, open the vent up, and crawl in. And our hint is right idea, but not quite. So basically what that says for you is that you know you're going to be in an event, and you know you have to use jump stamina to get an event. And if you couldn't put those two together, then I guess you wouldn't figure out how to solve the room. So I'm actually going to cut to when I make this jump, but basically the whole premise of it is your first jump on the floor, second jump on the door, and third. Okay, I don't have to cut because I did it first try, but first jump onto the floor, second jump onto the door, and third jump, make sure there's a jump stamina jump into the vent, because it's the only way to lodge yourself into this vent, because you can't actually stand out there. It's just the window is very, very small. So that's the solution to the lobby. Heading into the first room now, the Dollhouse. There is one hint, and it is on the first floor, and the solution for that hint is actually on the second floor. So if you come to this pole and you do a quick 180, you'll see that the hint actually shows up right in your face, and it is red. So what you're going to want to do is actually, there is a red word on the second floor. You're going to go ahead and jump up from the chair to the pole, and then from the pole to here, try and do like a little strafe jump. I know there's not a thing in Fortnite, but you got to clear the chandelier to make it up here. So as you notice, the word actually is locky, so your hint is red and the word is locky. So if we head to the bookcase, you actually have 12 letters, and they are in rows of, there's in 3 rows, and there's 4 letters in each row. So if you go here, the L is right here, go straight down, O is right there, head up, there's the C, the K is right below the C. If you go down and right, there's the I, and right above that is the E, and that should unlock the door and put you into the elevator. So that's room 1 done. And these elevators are pretty slow. Actually, you get an apology from me here for it. Obviously, you're not actually going into an elevator because there's no functioning elevators yet in creative, but this is the closest I could come up with. So if we just wait in the elevator for it to take us to room 2, we'll be there shortly. So then we'll get this indication the button's ready to push, and we'll head to room 2. So room 2 is actually the hospital, and there are 2 hints in this room as well. The first hint is actually in this room. The door is locked, so you have to jump into it, how I just jumped into it. And it is an orientation of numbers on the ceiling. Now pay attention to the columns and the rows and the spacing for all the numbers. You'll notice that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They all have their own little tile. That's going to be important. So our second hint, we're actually going to tie it in with that, and it's over in this room. I'll go ahead and show it right here. Second hint is, see if you can see it. It's in the bottom right there. It actually says lights. So if we take that and we go to, oh yeah, and I guess I'll show the Easter egg for this map. If you talk to this guy, you get this little message, and he says something about Endless Inception 2 also being a hospital theme. And I'm running out of ideas, which is no joke. I'm running out of ideas. But anyway, so you'll notice that this room has the spacing for the orientation on our ceiling. If we head here, it gets kind of cut off by this sort of archway. So if we actually keep in mind that the orientation was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if we go and hit all the lights in order, you'll notice that that makes an interesting sound. And if I hit this light, it makes a metal sound. So you can tell that there's something going on with the lights. But if I go ahead and hit the first light, head over to the second light, following our orientation from the bathroom, staying one tile apart. And obviously that's a mini version. Like one tile, like one in-game tile is obviously going to be bigger. And I hit the fourth, and I hit the fifth. You should get that little audio cue. Once you get the audio cue, you still have to do something. You have to head over to this computer, and there will be an option for you to disable the security system. And you're going to go ahead and do that. And once you've done that, this elevator will appear, and you'll be on your way to room 3. Again, if that button doesn't pop up, or you're hitting the lights and you're not getting the audio cue, try hitting them again and not getting that metal sound, or try restarting your game. And if it doesn't work after restarting your game, feel free to DM me. My Instagram is going to be in the description, and it's in the lobby. So if you didn't see that, that sucks. But Anyway, onto the third room. It's actually the saloon. Now there are also 2 hints in the saloon, and they're both on the first floor. The first hint can actually be found in this bar area. If we head over here and we look up, you'll see the key to success is right up the top there. And we're going to head into the bathroom as well. The second hint is in the bathroom. And it says something along the lines of just look at yourself. Well, not something along the lines. It does say just look at yourself. So that is, it's talking about mirrors. You obviously use a mirror to look at yourself, but it's particularly talking about an out-of-place mirror. Now, this is the mirror we're going to be focusing on. So this next part I'm going to cut to when I do it, because you have to run up against the mirror. And okay, I really don't have to make any cuts because I'm just doing it first try for all the jumps. But anyway, you run against the mirror, kind of parallel to the mirror, and it should launch you up to the second floor. Now, there's a door up there, and it needs to be unlocked with a key. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a tight little strafe jump and jump onto this, I don't know, this curtain here. I don't even know what it is. And we'll head up here and we can see if we can search this to find a key. And we'll actually head back down, because in order to get up to the next layer, we need to head over here. So you're going to crouch along this ledge, get on the back of this chair, and you actually have to kind of swing out and land on here, because you're going to hit your head if you don't swing out. And then you jump up to the top and you have beaten the room. If you come up here without getting the key, the door's going to obviously be locked because you don't have the key for it. So now we'll head to the fourth room. You get another nice little message from me asking how long it took you to find the tires. Now, I've seen people do it by running on the bar and then running into the tires, but for me personally, I kind of just run parallel to it and it launches me up there. So yeah, that's how you do room 3, and then you can move on to room 4. So wait for the cue, and we are in room 4 now with the epic music. So we are now in the office. So there's 2 hints in the office as well. I guess I put 2 hints in every room, maybe? I don't know. But the first hint is fire. That should automatically point you to the fire extinguisher, which you're like, what do I do with that? Well, there's a second hint, and if we head up on this fridge, it's actually pretty easy to see. And the hint is you're timed. So that should, you now know you have to do something quick with the fire extinguisher. At least that's how you should have put it together when you read those 2 hints. The hints usually correlate in some way. So if we have on the computer, we can see that there's an activate emergency escape route button. We go ahead and click that. You can actually click it as many times as you want. But when you click it, it activates this little Kevin over here, because we are in Kevolution Energy. So what you want to do is you want to back up. It'll be a lot easier if you have 2 people, but if you are playing this by yourself, you're going to want to initiate, and as you initiate, you have to run and turn and hit the fire extinguisher. If you're actually too late, like I'll go ahead and initiate it. If I run back and hit it, it won't do anything. So I have to reactivate it with the computer. But if I time it just right, so let's back up as far as we can here. Hit initiate, run over to the fire extinguisher. This wall blows up, and you're headed to room 5. And room 5 is actually, in my opinion, the easiest. So I guess there's probably not going to be anyone watching the video for room 5, but I mean, I guess you never know. So yeah, this is the last room, unfortunately. If you didn't know, creative has memory caps, and you can only use so much memory. And right now the map's at 80,000, but it takes a bunch of memory to throw out the things I need to build. So it's always going to be around 5 rooms for every syntax escape room. So anyway, we're in the pirate hideout now, and there's literally 3 things you have to do in the pirate hideout. It's pretty simple. There's actually a little Easter egg over here. And if you talk to the teddy bear, it will say there are 2 hints in this room, but don't tell syntax. I told you, I'm not supposed to say anything. So you can talk to teddy bear. He kind of gives you a little guidance. First hint, we're actually going to head to the fish for, and it's going to say you'll have to improvise. Now that is very broad. You're like, what do you mean? And those of you who played the first syntax escape room and remember the hint from the lodge, you're going to have a little bit of PTSD here. But you're actually going to clip through this this kind of bed area, and the hint is actually on the other side. I'm not sure what the exact angle is for it, but the hint is back there, believe me. You can see the words. It says the button is broken. That's right. So if you get the right angle on it, you can see the button is broken. Now, what button is it talking about? Well, if we head up to this table here, we actually see we have an option to pick up a poker chip. So we're going to pick it up, and now we have a poker chip in our inventory, like not in our actual inventory, but in our game, in our person's inventory. And you have to think a little bit outside of the box, but if you head back into the elevator, it actually says place poker chip. So when it was referring to the button is broken, it was referring to the elevator. So all you do is place the poker chip and hit the elevator button, and you've escaped room 5. And that is pretty much it. There is an Easter egg in the 3rd room. If you want to go look for it, I would advise. It's actually kind of a fun Easter egg. But other than that, there's also an Easter egg in this end lobby here, but I'm not going to show you. You guys can find it for yourself. So we'll just push the button and you'll get this little message from me. It'll say, well, I guess that's about all from me. Thank you for playing the Syntax Escape Room 3. I will see you in the next one. And this little message over here, I just want to say this really quickly, that if you actually do have any ideas for a room, do feel free to DM me, because it's not easy coming up with room ideas. And if I actually do end up using one of your ideas that I didn't think of myself, I will put your gamer tag or your snap, whatever you want in that room, and give you a little shout out, because I honestly couldn't make these maps without the help of some friends that I've had. So anyway, you head into this area, and I give you a little message that says stay safe out there. And obviously you collect the toilet paper because of, you know, the pandemic, the epidemic that is going on right now. And that is the solution for all the rooms in the Syntax Escape Room 3. So yeah, be sure to give the other maps a play. I'll actually link all my other Drop Night account in the description, so you guys can go ahead and check out all my maps. But yeah, this has been Syntax, and peace.